hosted a debate for town council on mayoral candidates Wednesday evening. Belk Library and Information Commons.
And I'm not sure how much of a. I know you were talking about how you like, you know, they put on a facade. I guess what you're gonna.
Well, they do. I mean, you know, they do in general.
Oh, we care so much about the university relationship, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really wasn't even that good of a facade because how many town council people are supposed to be up? Like I think less than half of the candidates that are running were there, and of the 3 mayoral candidates, one of them didn't even show up.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
And so, like, I mean, I don't know how you can run for mayor and you're not going to show up to a debate that you're invited to, I guess.
Kind of reminds me of some SGA candidates last year who decided to, they chose that they were not going to have a website for their campaign. They chose they weren't going to do any of these things. And I mean, it's kind of the same principle. They just don't care. So I wonder if they're just doing it for
like a publicity stuff.
Yeah, to get their name out there, so to say, I suppose.
Anyway, but yeah, like these elections, like it just seems so strange to me to be you know a candidate in an election and not go to something like that. And you know, I know that. Granted, I don't know why those people weren't there. You know, I don't know if Tim Wilson had something going on. That's why he didn't show up. But
you know, if only we had that luxury with John McCain, maybe it would have made last year's election a little bit this year.
I guess so. But other people that did show up, Loretta Clausen was there, and I noticed this like. There was a quote, I think maybe a couple of issues ago, like a week ago maybe, and there was something about it, and she said, she was quoted as saying something along the lines of like, you know, traffic's not really a problem. If we don't have a traffic problem, then who are we? Something like that, as if like the traffic problem is what defines Boone. And then at this debate, she was quoted as saying. Something along the same lines, I think. So I'm not sure where that's coming from. Like, are you saying maybe she means like she doesn't think the traffic is that big of a problem, or like that it's a good thing that we have the problem somehow? Like,
yeah, I think she must think that it's a good thing we have the problem, as if it's something that defines us. I mean, I don't know. I think there's
other things that we could be defined as. I would hope. I just thought it was real. Maybe it's because she's Loretta Clausen that she doesn't think it's that bad, you know. Like, because another part of that she said was like, you know, every time I go downtown, I find a parking spot. And when I read that, I was like, well, you're the mayor. Like, I would hope so, right? Like,
yes. I mean, furthers our point of the fact that the university has a poor relationship with the town.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, along those lines, we could talk about how, you know, we're with the parking problem. We're a growing populace. The university is growing. It's mandated to grow by the UNC system, and the town is not accommodating that. Mm-hmm. You know, they want Boone to stay small town style.
Smaller than it is even now.
Yes, exactly, and that just can't happen. I mean, we are the driving force. The student populace is the driving force of the Boone economy, essentially. You know, they need to realize that. At the same time, students need to realize that they need to respect the authority of the Boone Town Council, the Boone government, I should say, because I feel like a lot of the time the blame is just placed on the town without, you know, looking at ourselves first.
I think there's a lot of. I think the big problem behind the whole, you know, the university wants to grow, but the town doesn't want the university to grow because the town doesn't want to grow anymore itself. I think that one of the biggest problems, and I really haven't found an answer to this, but like the problem is not so much that the university wants to grow, as much as it is people in Raleigh have decided that they want our university to grow. And I mean, I'm not sure that we really need to grow that much more. I don't mind that we have about as many people as we have here. And it just seems like the UNC system sometimes, and I would hope that they're not trying to have us grow as much as you know, someplace like State where they are in a big city and they have.
Well, if Appalachian's doing good things, then shouldn't Appalachian grow? You're getting a good experience out of coming to Appalachian State University. If we were to grow, we would be able to offer that good experience to more people.
I think we could. I think if we would be, you know, if that's the attitude you take, why don't you just, you know, export some of the values and stuff? Because I think the administration here does a pretty good job overall. I know a lot of times students, especially, you know, they have issues and they don't like a particular thing that's going on. But overall, like having gone to some other places in the UNC system and seen kind of how they operate a little bit, like. I think we have a pretty good relationship with our administration. Our administration, like you said, they do good things.
Yeah,
so why don't we export those things to other universities that are in the system if that's what they want? You want to be able to offer this good experience instead of trying to put more people where they just aren't fitting right now.
Well, you can't instill values that Chancellor Peacock, or I mean even people, you know, in Chancellor Peacock's cabinet. I mean like Cindy Wallace, Greg Lovins, Stan Ashelman. You can't take the good things that each of them have done and implant them on different people. Like, I think part of the reason why this university is so good is because we have those individuals specifically. You know, you can't train excellence, so to say.
I guess.